Hey, just remembered my parents are coming over today. Can you help make dinner with Mom? Good chance to learn her recipes.
What? Wait, that's so last minute. Haven't we gone over this before? You need to tell me ahead of time, not right before. Even the day before is cutting it close.
You're overthinking it. She's family. No need to stress. They're my parents. You don't have to make a big deal out of it.
Still, when she's here, I feel like I have to be on my best behavior. I told you to let them know from your side, didn't I?
What are you on about? I want you to get along with my parents. You don't have to be so negative about it.
I know you love your parents, but put yourself in my shoes. If they're coming over, I need time to prepare.
You should always be prepared. That's just an excuse. The house should always be clean, and we should have food ready for guests. It's something we should always do.
If you want them over, you should handle the prep. Why is it always on me to get everything ready? You want them here, so you do it.
What? Are you ditching your duties as a woman? My mom always did it herself. She never expected my dad to help.
Sure, and maybe that's how it works in your family. Your mom was a stay-at-home mom. I work, and we should both be doing house chores. Balance is the key to any relationship. It should never be one-sided.
That's just an excuse. I'm not good at housework, and I need you to handle it.
No, that's an excuse. You used to care more about me when we were dating. Since we got married, I've been doing everything around the house. It's not fair.
Seriously, don't ever say that in front of my parents. They'll be really upset.
I am talking to you, not to your family. We need to solve our problems together.
No, you just need to try harder and be more efficient. You're a woman. You should be able to handle it.
What? Do you think women just magically know how to do housework? Like it's some kind of instinct? That's ridiculous.
That's how it is. Otherwise, women don't have strength, height, or any other advantage.
What? Is that really what you think?
Oh, by the way, about Hazel from the reunion. Don't get too close to her. I know you two used to be pretty tight, right?
Hazel? Why? We had a great time catching up. Was that a problem?
Did you hear the rumors about her? Her husband is really shady. Apparently, he's been scamming people for money.
That's gotta be just rumors. I mean, she might have a thing for complicated guys, but saying stuff like that is harsh.
Are you trying to pick a fight with me? Are you holding a grudge? I'm just looking out for you. Why am I being made the bad guy here?
I'm just saying it's wrong to badmouth someone based on rumors. I'm not making you the bad guy. Are you trying to make me out to be the one wrong here?
This is why talking to women is so frustrating. Always a comeback.
Oh, so you know a lot of women to speak for all of them?
See, there you go again. Why do you have to be like that? Whatever, I'm done.
Wow, now you're just being defensive.
Anyway, my parents are coming today, so make sure everything is ready.
Sure. Hey, Brittany. It was great seeing you the other day. Glad to see you're doing well. Yeah, it's been a while. Glad you're doing well, too. We haven't seen each other much since you got pregnant. Yeah, things have been crazy. But I've been meaning to reach out to you. Let's grab a meal together sometime. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, I wanted to ask you something. Did something happen between you and Frank? Huh? What do you mean? Well, it didn't seem like you two were as close as you were before. It seems like there's been some distance between you two. Oh, really? Yeah, I guess it did look like that. I felt it too, honestly. Wait, did something happen? You guys haven't seen each other recently, right? Yeah, we haven't. It was the first time in a while that we talked. But there's something about him that's been bugging me. What do you mean? Do you know something about him? Yeah. But hey, you mentioned you were thinking about living in a two-family house. Does that mean living with his parents? Yeah, it does. I don't want to, but his parents want it, and Frank is on board with it. I thought so. He's always had a bit of a mama's boy vibes. Yeah, you guys warned me before we got married. You said his mama's boy side could be an issue, but I didn't listen. I thought it was good that he cared about his parents, so I married him. Sounds like you're struggling with Frank's mama's boy tendencies, huh? Yeah, his mama's boy stuff is a real problem. I see. That sounds tough. So is he buying the house? No, I'm planning to buy it in my name. If it's in his name, he might tell me to leave if we fight, especially with his parents living with us. Seriously? Well, you've always been smart and you have a good job, right? Do you make more than him? Yeah, pretty much. I handle our finances, so he doesn't know, but I actually make more. Figures. He's the type to care about that stuff and has a lot of pride. Exactly. Do you split the housework? I mean, you both work and you make more, so he's not leaving all the housework to you, right? Actually, that's exactly what's happening. Wow, I knew it. He's the worst. Even if he doesn't know about the salary difference, his mindset is so outdated. I couldn't stay in a marriage like that. I feel the same way. His old-fashioned thinking is really getting to me. I could complain forever. His parents also drive me nuts, and he never listens to me about them. I get that. I'm wondering if I should say something. It's good you're putting the house in your name, but you shouldn't have to be the one paying for everything. Please, tell me what you're thinking. I wanted to ask you something. I've heard some bad rumors about your husband, and I'm worried. Oh, that. Yeah, there are some rumors about him. Let's meet up and talk about it in person. Sure, sounds good.
Finally, our house is built. Our dream home. I'm so happy.
Yeah, you always wanted to live with your parents.
Sorry that I made you pay for the whole thing. But you don't have to come back. Just go shopping and then disappear.
What? What do you mean? I went shopping for you guys.
I hear ya, but you don't have to come back. I'm living here with my parents. You're out.
I don't get it. Are you saying you want a divorce?
Yep, that's exactly what I'm saying. Glad you caught on quick. Bye.
Got it. Goodbye. I'll file the divorce papers. I still have the signed papers you gave me after our fight about your mom.
What? I thought that you threw those away. Good. I expected more drama from you. Go ahead and file them.
Will do.
Hey, pick up the phone. Explain what's going on.
What do you want?
Why am I getting hit up for the new house payments? Some scary guy almost hit me this morning. What's going on?
Oh, just pay the bill. It's your house, so you're responsible for the costs. Simple as that.
What? You paid everything, remember?
What are you talking about? I didn't pay for it. Why would I pay for a house I'm not living in? The house is in your name.
No way. I thought you bought this house.
If I had, I would have kicked you out by now. You bought it yourself, so I just left quietly. I saw you acting shady before making the full payment, so I made sure it was in your name.
You've got to be kidding me. You never told me. I can't afford this.
I'm definitely not paying. I reluctantly agreed to live with your parents, but you threw me out to live with another woman. So deal with your own problems. Leave me out of it.
Wait, what did you just say?
Read the messages again. Are you an idiot? Did you really think I didn't know that you were cheating?
What are you talking about? That's not true. I don't understand.
I have all the evidence. Don't play dumb. It's too late for excuses. I'm consulting with a lawyer and you'll be paying alimony.
Wait, hold on. I'm not with any other woman.
Then who's the woman living with you now? You're practically cohabitating.
What? How do you know about that?
Because I hired a detective. I know everything. It's too late to hide it. I have all the evidence. I'm going to submit it, so prepare for the consequences.
This is too much. How did it come to this? You should cover the house payments. You promised you'd pay for it.
I don't remember making that promise, and even if I did, it was because I was going to live there. Now that you've kicked me out, I'm not paying a cent.
Why are you saying this? I really wanted to live with you. But things happened and the other woman got in the way. I really wanted to live with you.
What a load of bullshit. I know you've been with her for a while. Hazel told me everything.
What? Did she tell you something she shouldn't have? Is she putting ideas in your head?
Don't blame others. You're the one doing wrong. Take responsibility for your actions. I'm not hiding anything. You know, Hazel saw you two on a date. That's why you were avoiding her at the reunion and told me to stay away from her, right?
You're confused.
So when you said you were on a business trip, you were actually on overnight dates with her. Hazel told me about running into you two at the hotel.
All right, I messed up. But this is just a guy thing, you know? It's instinct. Men are different from women.
Do you really think that childish excuse is going to work? Grow up. I'm sick of your lame excuses. You're a guy, but you are seriously pathetic.
Enough already. How much more are you going to put me down? And where did you get the money from anyway? I got harassed big time.
That was Hazel's husband.
What?
I couldn't find anyone else to lend that much money in one go, so I talked to her and she introduced me to her husband. Oh, by the way, those rumors about him that you were worried about, they're all true. You saw that firsthand today, right? How was it?
So the rumors about her husband being a dangerous loan shark, they're true.
Yeah, the guy who came to see you today works for him. Make sure you pay up before they get really angry. And hurry up or the interest will skyrocket. Just a friendly warning.
Hey, wait a minute. This is bullshit. I can't pay for that. Why do I have to?
Because it's your house and your parents are living there too. And don't forget, I'm also going to get alimony from you. Get ready for that.
Wait, I'm sorry. I got carried away. Please help me out. You can help me pay for this house. If we split it, we can pay it off quickly.
Even if that were true, I'm not helping you. I don't love you anymore.
Don't say that. I realize you're the only one for me. Living with someone else made me see how much you did. You were perfect with cooking and chores. Please, I'm begging you.
Too late. You don't deserve someone like me.
Please. Wait. Help me out. We can live together again. I'll take better care of you, I promise.
People don't change that easily. I should have seen your true colors before marrying you. If I had known, I wouldn't have married you. Now you'll know the pain of losing me. Enjoy your time in hell. Hazel, I talked to him. Thanks for all your help. He's shaking in his boots after today. That's good to hear. We gained a good client, too. I'll handle punishing him, don't worry. I always had doubts about him. Any guy who badmouths my friends is the worst. Good friends are worth their weight in gold. I'm glad you listened to me this time. Next, I'll help you find a good guy. It's been tough, but stay strong. Thanks. I trust you with getting back at him. He kept trying to contact me to apologize, but I was done with him. I went through a lawyer to get my alimony. Hazel's husband had his guys try to collect the debt, and since he couldn't pay, he sold the house, got dumped, and moved to some unknown rural town with his parents. I don't know or care about their lives now. I just want my alimony. They might be homeless for all I know. Serves them right.
I just came from the hospital. The doctor said that Dad doesn't have long after all. She said we should prepare ourselves mentally.
I see. This must be tough for you. Are you all right?
Yeah. But he's been fighting against death for about 6 months now. I even thought that if he passed, his suffering would come to an end. Am I a bad person?
Not at all. Lydia, you've been taking care of him the most out of all your family, right?
I guess. Not that I really wanted to be looking after him. It's just so weird that my argumentative father is just lying there quietly. It just still feels surreal.
It's not so easy to accept this so soon. I'll go visit sometime soon.
Thanks. I'm sure he'll be pleased. Joey's always really liked you, and he could trust you with work.
Really?
It's true, right? This is a first for anyone outside of direct relatives to get a position like a chief director. Well, it's all because you're so good at your job. I've never been complimented by my dad. Not even once.
Your dad is a little old-fashioned when it comes to his treatment of women.
That's true. I guess my brother takes after Dad in that regard. Because of Dad and Harry, I just thought that all men are chauvinistic like that. You're the one who changed my view on that.
In a good way, right?
Of course. I'm so glad we got married, Joe. Isn't work busy because my dad's away?
It's fine. That's what I'm here for.
You're so reliable. Have you heard the rumor that some of the other employees are saying you should be the next CEO, Joe?
There are others that outrank me, like Harry and your uncles. I'm not related in blood, so it won't happen.
I guess you're right. Thanks for sticking with my family's company. I know it's a nuisance. My relatives aren't exactly the kindest of people. That includes my dad, too. But you don't have to keep working there if it gets tough, all right?
I'm just happy we got married, Lydia.
Me too.
You've been visiting the hospital a lot lately. Aren't you tired?
Yeah, listening to difficult conversations is tiring. My brother and relatives were talking about inheritance. I'll go have a nap for a bit. Don't worry, I'll have dinner ready.
You don't have to make dinner if you need a rest. This must be emotionally draining, so sometimes you need a break on account of that.
Thanks, but I'll be okay for making dinner. But you shouldn't overwork either, Joe. You've been coming back late recently.
Got it. I won't overdo it. Just take it easy.
Joe, what the hell happened? Everyone's angry that you were laughing so hard at the funeral of the man who was your father-in-law and CEO. And then you disappeared somewhere?
Sorry about that. All sorts of emotions welled up inside of me. I couldn't help but laugh.
How can you say that? I'm honestly appalled that you laughed as well, Joe. I think that was way out of line. All my relatives are saying that I should divorce such a horrible man. I didn't realize that you thought it was so funny that my dad died.
I haven't laughed that hard in ages. I honestly think that karma caught up to him.
What? What do you mean, karma? I'll admit that I wasn't exactly fond of my father, but he always liked you, didn't he, Joe?
He never liked me at all from the start. He was just using me.
Huh?
You remember when I was hired at your family business after we got engaged, right?
Yeah?
Your dad just wanted access to the tech at my dad's company. That's why he got the two of us to marry.
What the? I haven't heard any of that. It's true that your dad introduced you to me, but we didn't talk about anything about either of their jobs. In fact, we were just having a casual dinner. I didn't get the impression that they were pushing marriage.
Maybe he didn't let you know, Lydia, but your dad told me to marry you from the get-go. At the time, my dad's company was struggling. So your dad offered to lend my dad some money.
So you didn't marry me because you loved me? It was all a lie?
That's not true. I thought I would refuse at first. But he said we should at least meet first. I thought I could just act disinterested and get you to dislike me. But I met you, and it was, well, love at first sight, Lydia.
Really?
It's true. I never liked your father, though. There was nothing particularly impressive about him as a businessman either. So I didn't want to get involved if possible. I mean, he was the kind of man who would use his own daughter for his own gain. Like he was some kind of feudal lord selling off his daughter like property.
If you hated his offer so much, why did you go through with it?
Because I loved you so much, of course. Lydia, you are kind, honest, and you have the most beautiful smile. I thought that you would just be used by a pawn by some other jerk if I refused. So I thought it would be best to stay by your side and protect you as much as possible.
I had no idea. I wish you had told me all of this sooner. I wouldn't have let you suffer in silence, Joe.
I thought you'd be hurt if you found out the truth. You've never been fond of your dad, have you? I didn't want you to make it worse by revealing that he was using our marriage.
Then why did you tell me now?
I'm sorry. The situation has changed.
Situation?
Your dad told me to divorce you before he passed. He was going to marry you off to somebody else for his selfish ends. You're very pretty and still young, after all.
How could he?
He's got the tech he wanted for my dad's company. He was just getting rid of dead weight.
How scummy my dad and my relatives were.
Of course, I wasn't going to do as he said. But when I declined, your dad and your relatives and the other top brass tried their best to incriminate me. They tried to frame me for all sorts of crimes. I've managed to get by with the help of employees who are on my side.
I had no idea they were doing all of this to you. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, I'm sorry I couldn't tell you. It wasn't your fault. And all the harassment stopped when your father dropped ill.
I see.
Honestly, I'm at my wit's end. I want some distance from your relatives, and I want the same for you, too. That's why I told you all of this, Lydia. I'm sorry. I know you would have preferred not to know.
Not at all. Thank you for telling me the truth. I really had no idea. That's why Dad and all the others called me stupid.
You're not stupid, Lydia. But do you trust me? It's not as if I have proof. Well, I'm glad you believe me, but, you know...
Of course. I trust you more than anyone else in the world, Joe. You've always been so kind and honest with me. I know you're a good person.
Thank you, Lydia. Will you stay with me? You have to be ready to live a life that might be more difficult than before.
Naturally. I want to help you. You don't have to bear all of this alone. I say that, but I'm not even sure how exactly I can help you. Still, I'll do anything.
You're giving me all the help I need and more by just staying by my side, Lydia. I've processed your resignation notice, Joe. I guess you finally realize that you're unneeded here. Took enough time for you to quit. But I wish you'd quit when Dad was still alive. It would have been a nice parting gift for him. I did as you asked. You can't really complain. Not so fast, buddy. What about your divorce with Lydia? Dad gave you that as one of his terms. Harry, look. Lydia and I aren't getting a divorce. I can't believe you're making political marriages in this day and age. You could have consulted my father's company. That would have been the practical thing to do. I don't care as long as it benefits us, even temporarily. We both got connections out of this, so it wasn't so bad. Lydia isn't a pawn to be sold off as you please. She's my precious wife. Ah, what are you babbling on about? It was just a useful marriage for you as well to begin with. That was how I met her, but I married her because I loved her. If we weren't compatible, I wouldn't have done such a thing. Aw, enough of your sappy talk. Sure it's okay for me to tell Lydia directly that you married her to bail out your dad's company? I'm sure she'll be deeply hurt. That's fine. I explained everything to Lydia. She still says she wants to be with me. Now that's true love. Ugh, I see. So that idiot is naive and too trusting of people as always. That's why we call her a failure. She's just an airhead who has nothing but looks. She's your own sister. How can you say such a thing? I don't have a single fond memory of her. She's just some dumb girl who never thinks about anything. You could see the stupid in her expressions. I've always found her annoying. But I guess it's thanks to her that we were able to take all that tech from your old man's company. Ha! Stop insulting my wife. Lydia is kind and a ray of sunshine. She's a far better person than you or any of your relatives. Whatever. I've never had high hopes for Lydia anyway. Is that so? It seems like Dad wanted to use Lydia, but I just wanted to get rid of you. So it seems like I got my wish, huh? I got to be the new CEO too. Then you should never approach Lydia or me again. We don't want anything to do with you. Do as you please. Just don't come crawling back to us because you lost your cushy job. I'll make sure you don't get 1 cent of Dad's inheritance. If you want nothing to do with us, it shouldn't be a problem, should it? Same goes for you, Harry. If business goes badly for you, don't come crawling back to me for help. Huh? Why should I need your help? You did whatever you liked, even though we did you a favor and hired you. Don't get cocky just because a few people wanted you as the next CEO. You're being rather bold. I guess you haven't been told yet, then. Told what? What are you talking about? It's been about 3 days since I handed in my resignation notice. Haven't you heard anything from HR? There shouldn't be anything wrong. Really? That's weird. Some of the others who also resigned got in touch with me. There were quite a few of them, so I just thought you might be in trouble. Such an obvious lie. Company is running as normal. Then that's great. Well, that's the way it should be. If all the non-relative employees quit, I'm sure the rest of you could keep the company afloat. If your company really did go down after that, how pathetic it would be. Wait a minute. Oh, what's wrong, Harry? Did you start getting worried? Are you calling HR? Hey, what's going on? What do you mean? 10 people quit all at once? There's even one guy who quit just now. Did you orchestrate this? I bet you're moving them all to another company. I did no such thing. I'm pretty sure everyone did this of their own free will. No way was this their free will. What is this? All our senior people have just up and left. If you did take them somewhere else, I'm gonna sue you. Do what you want. I haven't done a thing. It's your stupid family's fault for building the company on nepotism and overworking the non-relatives. They must have all just had enough. It's because you quit. There were a few people who told me that was their reason for leaving, but that's not grounds for a lawsuit. This is all your fault. We've got enough trouble as it is arguing about Dad's inheritance. What do you think you're doing? Actually, you're the one who told me to quit. I didn't think the others would quit as well. Then wasn't that a problem for you not knowing your own employees very well? Fine. We'll take you on again in our company. So tell the others to quit to withdraw their resignation notice. No, thank you. I don't have the faintest desire to work for your company anymore. What? We've been paying you well all this time. You can live very comfortably. I don't need your job. Okay, I'll double your salary. So why don't you take back your resignation? You don't understand a thing, do you? It's not a problem of money. We've kept you all this time. You owe us. I've worked hard for your company. I've contributed more than anyone to your profits. What more can you ask of me? This is Lydia's family business you're talking about. Yeah, but we're cutting ties, remember? Well, I'm busy preparing for the next stage of my life, so I'll go now. Wait! Then you can be chief operating officer. That'll keep you happy, right? If you're upset that Uncle Tony's taking that position, you can have it. I don't want it. You really don't get it, do you? What do you want from us? Tell me. I only stayed at your company for Lydia. You might not see her as much, but she's my everything. You said you don't need her, as if she was just some object. So I don't feel like cooperating. Oh, what's so great about that dumb girl? Her looks. So easy for women. All they need to do is look good, then they don't need anything else for life. Then what do you bring to the table, Harry? What do you mean? You're incompetent at your job, your employees don't respect you, you're ugly, and a horrible person. You left Lydia completely on her own when it came to looking after your father. What exactly is it that makes you so amazing? Compared to you, Lydia is beautiful and a lovely soul. She's better than you in every way. After that, with only employees hired based on nepotism left, the company went into a financial slump. Add to that, the relatives and the top brass bickered amongst each other about the inheritance, so the company finally went bankrupt. By that point, they were truly out of any competent employees. The bankruptcy of the company led Harry to personally become bankrupt as well. None of his father's inheritance was left. I'm not even sure where he is or what he's doing anymore. Because of the family's infighting, I heard there wasn't a single person who helped him out. I've taken on my dad's company. Business is stable. I've been there to discuss future plans with the other employees who quit with me. I even introduced some of them to new jobs elsewhere. I've tried to do right by them for dragging them into the mess at their former workplace. I'm not sure if I could say that we're even. Regardless, I'd like to help them if they need me going forward. Now that we're separated from Lydia's family, we're living a peaceful life. Lydia is pregnant now, so we're researching all we can about childbirth and raising children. We want to create an environment where the whole family is happy. And of course, my beloved wife will be by my side.